Hello everyone and welcome back into a new video. Today's video is going to be so important. I know I say that about every topic, but this topic is going to be super interesting. So today's topic is going to be how to deal with haters, bullies, and just toxic people in general. Without any further ado, like always, let's just go ahead and start with tip number 1. The first thing that I would like to say, which is the first tip of course, is the best way to deal with toxic people and all of these types of people is to never actually deal with them. Why? Because dealing with these people, and when I say dealing, I mean all types of interacting with those people, is actually gonna rob you of your expensive energy, is gonna put you in a negative mood, it's gonna affect your energy, etc, etc, etc. What I like to describe it as is just a pig in the mud. When an animal or a pig wants to fight you in the mud, its like goal and aim is not to actually fight you or win. The actual purpose of this whole thing, of like the whole play, is for you to get in the mud. Not fight the pig, but become just like the pig or just like the animal. So its goal is not to actually win or annoy you, but its goal is for you to become just like it. So that's basically what a negative person does, or what a bully does, or a hater does. A hater actually doesn't want you to reply to them. It's not that it doesn't want you to reply to them, but it doesn't want you to win, or it doesn't want itself to win. But what it wants is for you to give them your attention. So let's just say someone just said, "Oh, you're ugly." What that person wants is not for you to actually think that you're ugly. That person actually wants you to react, to like start screaming and start to prove to them that you're not ugly. Why? Because they feed on your energy. So any way of interacting with a toxic person, a negative person, a hater, a bully, is gonna do nothing. It's not gonna just magically change them. It's gonna do nothing but affect you and your expensive energy. So try to stay away as far as possible from these types of people, because they are not worth your energy, because they literally feed on it. They feed on your reactions, they feed on your thoughts, they feed on your overthinking, they feed on you talking about them to others. So any way of interacting or even thinking about that person is going to affect you in a negative way. It's basically like a virus. If you get too close to that person or talk about that person or like anything, you get the virus and you become like them and you fight the pig in the mud. So basically what a hater wants is they want you to become like them, because they believe that you yourself is better than them. So they start hating on you for you to just fight them. So you're here, a bully wants to bring you here, or a hater wants to bring you here. They want to bring you down so they can feel that they're equal to you. And I've heard a certain definition of what a hater is. Honestly, I was shocked because I was like, why did no one tell me that before? Why did no one tell me that? Okay, let's hear it together. A hater is a person who respects who they believe you are and what they believe you believe. A hater is someone that doesn't respect you or your beliefs. They actually respect what they believe you to believe and what they believe you to be. So basically, they want you to be this exact failing copy of them. And what you want to do in certain situations is just ignore the person totally, not give them a reaction, not even an eye contact. Not even eye contact. The whole purpose of ignoring them really gets them riled up, because then they realize that they cannot actually get to you or hurt you or feed on your expensive energy because you simply just do not care. And you realize how their hate is going to actually affect them. And now moving to the second tip, which is protect your energy. Protect your energy, protect your energy, protect your energy. I don't care if I'm going to say this 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. It is so important to protect your energy. How do I protect my energy? First of all, I do not hang out around people that are negative, that are toxic, and that are haters. What do I mean by that? I mean, I don't hang out around people that complain a lot, people that always have a problem for every solution I have. The people that talk behind the backs of others. So if, let's say, as an example, a friend of yours starts speaking about someone else, what is going to guarantee you that they're not going to speak about you to someone else? Nothing. Nothing, nothing. You cannot stop a person, a negative person, from being negative, because being negative is the only thing that gives them some kind of closure, some kind of safety. Why? Because as weird as it might sound, but most of the toxic people you meet, most of your bullies, the haters that you meet, whether online or in real life, most of those people have been through so much pain, so much grief, so much suffering, so much hurt, so much bullying, to the point where they themselves had to fight the pig in the mud. They themselves started to use the hate and the bullying as a coping mechanism, even though this coping mechanism causes unreasonable suffering to the point where they're going to reach a point in their life and they're going to be like, wow, like there were so many things that I haven't done in my life, and there are so many versions of myself that I hid and tried to project it on people that tried to succeed, that on people that tried to be better. So basically, whenever you're trying to be someone, whenever you're trying to cast a shadow, etc., that thing actually affects haters and toxic people. Why? Because they look at you and they feel threatened. Because this version that you want to become, or that you already are, is a version that of themselves that they hid, or a part of themselves that they hid for so long, and they didn't want to accept it for some reason, and they try to shame you, to project their fears, their wrong beliefs, their false beliefs onto you, so you become like them. And just like we have always heard from David Goggins, you will never ever meet a hater doing better than you. Never. Even if you see like they got money, they look like happy, they look peaceful, trust me, they are not. It's just a facade. And that's why I always tell you, like, hate is something that'll affect the person like that's hating before it ever even touches the person that's like hated on. Why? Because hate actually like feeds on a person's energy. So before a hater actually feeds on your energy, it's going to feed on its own energy. It's just crawling in that self-hate to the point where it has to like explode and project it onto the world and onto that person or you, maybe. And tip number 3 is words are just words. And even though a lot of people romanticize the fact that words may not be words, or words are not just words, they have meaning, they have like emotions attached to that, I'm here to break it for you because, well, I need to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear, of course. Words are just words. Tying your worth to a word and tying a certain emotion to a singular word that someone had said is so, it's like so insecure. It's like you're basically looking for closure and safety in a word, which is not going to happen, not even in a million words. And you attaching your self-worth to opinion of a person is so low of you. Like, you being insecure and then someone could come up to you and they're like, oh, you're ugly. It's not a fact. It's just an opinion. It's a word. People say words. Sometimes people want to see you hurt, but you giving them that is you basically rewarding them for hurting you. Tip number 4. Tip number 4, as much as it is an advice, it's going to be also just a teeny tiny bit of a fact. So it goes like this. The greater the perceived equality, the easier it is for envy to occur. What do we mean by that? We mean by that, so whenever someone, or like a hater, really knows that person and whether their peers or their siblings, both of them can work, that person or that hater really gets to know the other person, the easier it is for envy and hate to occur. That's why you always hear the fact that most of the people that hate on you, or your biggest haters, are actually people that are close to you. Because whatever haters want to do is just try to rob you of everything you have because you were able to go through something that they were not able to go through. You were able to go through that trauma. You were able to kind of pick yourself up. And them, on the other hand, they did not. All they did was try to project those fears, those pent-up emotions, that trauma that they have been through into other people so they can just become equal to them, so they can get a reaction from them, etc. And this was today's video. I would like to thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for y'all. And if you have any questions, you can just write them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, of course. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.